Welcome to the Creative Wandering Duo with Dave and SandraZ-FiberArtist.
Hello, I guess this thing is recording. Dave here, Creative Wandering Duo. I'm back out in my shop again. Last time seeing you, I had been doing some work on this right here. Find a nice secure place to put it. I was going to enlarge this here. I did, so the strings don't bind up when they're being tightened. I put some frets on it, as you can see. This is the style that I've been seeing on YouTube, so I tried it out, and well, it works, but I'm not all that excited about it. Then what to do down here on the heel extension. So I had a couple ideas. Drill some holes and put it in there, and that kind of worked. Kinda. A little bit better than this, but yeah, still not exactly all that thrilled. And then this here, drill some holes right at the edge of the fretboard and use your copper wire as staples in there on each side. A little bit of CA glue and you're golden. And I cut my F-holes out. I got a bridge built here. It's not finished. I need some strings yet. I even have a pickup in there, electric pickup, piezo. There's the button. So it's out here. I'm going to take my tuners off and the nut off and like all this hardware off here and stain this up. Yeah, that's back. And then something to go with it, I'm going to make what I'm going to call Saskatchewan Gumbo Stomper. And what that is it is a, well, for lack of a better word, a foot drum. And here's the sides, and that's the sides. I'm going to dovetail that together, and this here is going to be the front. Okay, and that's why I'm calling it a mud stomper, because it's going to have a Saskatchewan license plate on it, or gumbo. It's Saskatchewan Gumbo Stomper, whatever. It's basically a stomp box, but I'm going to try and make it acoustic, so there's no electronics in it, and it will project. I've never seen one totally acoustic. I've checked them out, and they're all electronic. Everything that I've seen are electronic. Some of the high-end ones, all they are is just a little metal box with pickups in it and volumes and stuff like that. I want to make one acoustic. So, and I want some a little bit of extra noise to it. So I'm making some cymbals here to go on the inside. So this is how I'm going to do that. Where can I put you down that? How does that work? That should work. Okay. This is how I'm doing this. I have it marked out here, I think. Yes, I do. Right there. I have it faintly marked out for center in there, so I'm going to drill a hole. If I can center punch. Okay. Right about there. Okay. That's how come I couldn't find it. I keep putting it away like I'm supposed to. I have it backed up on this 2x4, so I can try and kind of control the blowout. Got to be careful with these lids. They're sharp. These are lids from tin cans. You know, soup, fruit, whatever. Where are my gloves? Right there. Actually, rather than putting those on, what would be work just as well and be a whole bunch quicker would be this. There. Okay. And on the other side of it, I have a dish kind of idea. Just took a Forstner bit and drilled a hole, and you do that with a spade bit if you can get one that, if you have one that big or whatever. Then you just take and center this up, because you have a hole in the bottom there where your bit went through. That's the center hole, right? So you just line this up with that. Ball peen hammer, and you take and start tapping around. So you're happy with the dent you have in there? A little bit more in the center, right there. Just need a cup so it's not all flat, and it'll go together. And this is kind of what it's going to sound like a little bit. Something like that. There'd be 2 on each. Oh, yep. There's going to be 2 on each side of the box. I can put that away for now. Here's the box. And these here, I'm going to have mounted in here. when you stomp on it, they will bounce up and down and make their noise. There'll be plywood, a thin top, and a little bit of a heavier bottom. I'm going to dovetail this all together. I'm thinking that will be the strongest because, after all, you're kicking it around. It needs to be fairly strong. And it'll do something for the old jug band, I'm thinking. That's basically what I'm building here for a one-man jug band. Basically, these are all the 3-string guitar. That's the first one. It's an experiment for me, anyhow. There's guys that have been doing it a lot, and this here is something else that I'd seen once and went trying to find more of them, and all they are is acoustic. Some are even kind of automatic into your, it's just another pedal for your electric guitar. This here's, I want to make a manual one. And all acoustic, so you know you have to actually do something and develop a skill, and it's just to make music. This kind of stuff started, slaves brought it with them from Africa. They had music over there, they wanted music here, so they took whatever they could find and made musical instruments. That's where the banjo came from originally. Is from Africa. Yeah, all of our modern instruments are versions of something that looked way different way back when. But this is going to be interesting, I think. Going to be cool. So yeah, how to do a dovetail. Well, a person can do it with dovetail jigs, all kinds of different methods of doing it. Actually, me, all I know is this here, and that's actually wrong. Where is it? There it is. That was just another recipe to cut myself again. Bet you nobody realized that a woodworking shop is the most dangerous place to have around the house. There are things out here in this shop that will cut you, maim you for life. It'll take fingers off, take limbs off, take fingers off, all kinds of stuff. Okay, there's that mark. You want that on both sides. And you do this all the way around. Yes, I know. So yeah, when I get more done, I'll bring you back and show you. Hey y'all, it's another day in the saga. No. It's making some noises now. My Cigar Box Guitar this is not a voiceover, this is the real McCoy. And we know that because the professional is operating the camera today. I have different style tuners in it now. It's because the bolts, or the eye bolts that I had in here, the threads on the eye bolts were breaking the strings in combination, but that was one of the big factors with that, is the threads on them were breaking the strings. These are nails. I cut the ends off, the head off of it. I threaded the nail so as it would accept the stover nut, and the other end so as it would accept the wing nut. Drilled the hole for the strings to go through, and it works way much better, a whole lot better. Another thing that helped with the tuning is I put I got the right app on my phone and did some experimenting with it so as I could get it into the right tune, which is G, D, G. So that helped. On my nut, I have file grooves in the nut for the strings to. It's more for position of the strings than anything else. So when you bend strings or something like that, they're not going to come out of the grooves. And the same as what I did with the bridge. I've shaved underneath the nut so as it was a whole lot so as the strings weren't so high off the frets, so it's a whole lot more comfortable to press up in here. I shaved the bridge so as the strings are a whole lot more comfortable back here. I still have to intonate it. It is close to in tune here, but if you press on the 12th fret, not quite so much. So I have to do some adjusting with this here so it's proper. What else do we got here? You may notice that it's darker color. Well, the body and the headstock I stained. The neck is natural color. I did not put any stain on it. It's natural. I put Varathane on it all too, because, yeah, just because. And so it's just about done. I do have some important stuff. I acquired some antique hardware to decorate it with. And there they are, antique parts. There's a new string tailpiece and corners. Go like that. And attachment hardware. Just, yep. Shouldn't look too bad with the antiqued corners on it, huh? A bunch of fingerprints on that one. But yeah. It's coming. It's coming. You never heard it before, but whoops. That's just tapping on the end of the headstock. It makes music all on its own. So yeah, there's still a little bit of work, but it's coming. It's coming. So far I'm happy, even though it has been a little bit on the frustrating, but
It's prototype.
it has good sustain on the strings. Very good sustain, being as how all the lumber in this, except for the maple neck, which is a through neck, is
It's reclaimed.
well, it is all reclaimed, but it's not tone wood. It's classified as tone woods. It's a plywood top and back, and yeah, spruce or pine box sides. So, but it has very, very good sustain. That's mainly because of the through neck design. But anyhow, so far that's where we are. So I'll say bye for now. Stay real. Do all the stuff. Be a doer of all things. Yeah. Later.